Hello and welcome back to Better Than Adventure. I am going to show you something that I haven't really done before, but we'll see. So this is the V2 system from last episode. I realized that I made a few changes right after the video, and I thought that it may be worthwhile to show you how it works in the mines, because that's where we are. So, there are a few things. First of all, these can be permanently enabled by a switch. Second of all, there's this right here. Of course, you know, this goes over here. There's a third one, which will flick you onto an off path. See these minecarts with a chest? Well, you can see where this is going. The general idea, and I'm just going to be placing this over here, of my, you know, mining system. And I really need to, organize these a little bit better. Okay, basically, the way it works is I'll be placing one every 4 blocks is a little bit excessive. 16 divided by 3. No, we should be going like this. Yeah, 5 out. Video begins. Already makes a mistake. Anyways, yeah, okay. We won't be doing this very far. But yeah, I'll show you the way I mine in these versions because, it's, well, not unorthodox, but it is a little bit different to maybe what you're used to. So yeah, first off, this will be more than enough space. So, step 1, start digging, I guess. Pick a... Wow, this is fortunate. Also, yeah, this is kind of nice, because you don't even have to fill up your inventory completely. You can just... Now, what I like to do is I already place, because they don't despawn, right? So I just already place a minecart here, and I just fill it up with stuff I know will be sending back there. Of course, I will need the other minecart and stuff. It can just stay there for now. So we will continue building. One thing which I specifically like is just keeping stuff level. And then you mine. This is going to be most of the video. Also, yeah, I want to record this video just so, the off-screen mining meme makes sense, because, just so you can see, like, the speed I've been mining at. So yeah, also my armor is nearly dead because I, sometimes block out lava. But yeah, the idea is really simple. First off, you know, already... What's fun is that the only material I bring down from the surface is wood. Because that is the only material the mines do not provide. You know, diamonds for more pickaxes? We're in a tundra? Huh. And then the freaky noise. Well, thank you, game. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna... What I do in these situations is I leave a little hole, but then just continue onwards. So then, at some point, let's say like this, I go over here for some distance. Not too much, not too little. Oh yeah, look, you can see there was a previous mining venture down there. I usually like to take all the moss with me just because I really hate seeing it spread. I don't know how it spreads, I'm afraid of it. And then we go down the other side. If you find a cave, the idea is, mathematically speaking, when you mine, you know, sorry, there is no difference in the ore density. But, oh yeah, wait, there's actually a lot of stuff. Okay, first of all, there's no difference in ore density if you're in a cave or out of a cave. However, when you're running through a cave, you know, you can see a lot more blocks at once, so you'll just see yours sooner. And another thing is to know all sizes on average. So, for instance, in this case, I mean, yeah, coal is more plentiful than, you know, the other ores, but with that gold and iron, I saw something which I may wanna show you later. We'll see. But yeah, let's continue mining. Yeah, now we just hit the main line. Should be around the corner. Any second now. Should be literally right in front of us. Soon? Right? We're all... yeah, there we go. Now that this is done, go a few blocks in. That one's already there, so... let's dig a path through here. And then... we just kind of repeat the process. Redstone's kind of funny, because you don't really need that much of it for stuff. We'll need the iron, really. Or any of the ores, to be honest, but you know what I mean. I have a lot of... I have a lot of ores. Okay, yeah, but then you just kind of keep on digging. Oh yeah, wait, another thing I should do while we're here. We're kind of close to the base, so I'm going to just head home. Yeah. No. Okay. Also, one thing is, I sometimes get attacked by slimes here. Okay, yeah. So, what you want to do is you want to start smelting while you're still in the mines. This is because you can't smelt, sorry, this is because you can't turn raw iron ore into, you know, raw iron blocks, right? To save on inventory space. But you can do it with iron ingots and gold ingots. And you can also use them for stuff like more rails. So, yeah, let's head up again. And, yeah, we have a reserve pick, so it's fine. Also, you can just mine at the mine count to stop, you know, wherever you want. Okay, so then we mine again. What magical discoveries will we discover? The urge to correct someone on the internet on something I don't know much about, but know some really, really interesting tidbits is strong with this specific example. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. Ah, fuck. I feel like we've been mining for a while. Like, long enough to where I'm convinced I've gone the wrong way. No. Yeah, I may have. Yeah, that happens a few times. Really, is something which is kind of... Something which would be kind of interesting would be wall hacks. I've sometimes... Yeah, I was so stupid. No. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, surely we go that way. No, we go this way. Anyways, yeah, one thing which I was, you know... One thing which I was thinking about was, like, fucking, what is this? Oh, yeah. If you had wall hacks, these, like, if you go around in creative mode, these tunnels I showed you in the last episode look really impressive with all the little networks. Let's see, yeah, we are nowhere near full, but I'm pretty sure, so from the, I'm not gonna mine Mars, I can't be asked anymore. I don't know why, but I hate how quickly it spreads and how it spreads. Just, that's why this is what I've been using the flint and steel for, by the way. I have, just kind of been using it to burn away at the moss. And to hunt pigs. Because if you hit a pig with a diamond axe, and then set them on fire, the fire will kill them quickly, and you don't have to cook the pork chop. It's absolutely brilliant. Oh, hey, more diamonds. Something which I find kind of funny is, by the way, yeah, what I did here is diamonds usually spawn with, like, you know, 4, 6, or 8, so you can kind of check the side blocks depending on how many are visible. Here, for instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's some more, you know, about 9. That's it. I wish there was another example as good as the other previous one, but yeah. Is this worth it? I'll do it for the sake of it. You call it autism, I call it. I guess, no, it'd be like OCD, wouldn't it? It's just one, I don't even know, man. But yeah. Continuing on our little path. Ooh, will this be... Oh, yeah. You see, this was only 1. But these never spawn, you know, only with 1. Oh, that's 3. Well, they never really spawn, you know, with so few. So you'll dig up a few more blocks, and no. It turns out its generation was actually maybe cut off by the dirt, which is why there was not that much of it. Yeah, I don't know. I know this is why I did not want to record me mining. This is why. This is just me sitting here like an idiot. What am I going to say? There are zombies. Because we're at Y12. Well, wait, hold on. I have to actually shut up for this. Over here. Yeah. And that's, kids, oh, fuck. Why it's really good to have... Oh, we have no food, huh? That's why it's really good to wear stereo headphones. In other news, Catbox.mo is in trouble. And yet it's such a good place to see and share stuff. Specifically if you live under a totalitarian dictatorship who blocks Imgur and other sites. I only know this because I have a friend from Iran, and they're like, you know, and they just, I send something to them like, oh yeah, wait, I have to send it on catbox.mo, so I opened it up, and it's like, oh, we are in debt because Patreon fucked us, and, yeah, that is kind of sad. There's actually... Okay, this could be a topic, but there's actually a very interesting, follow the money sort of thing on the internet. Just remember that every single decision you see made by every single company is, like, almost always down to money. Companies, like, if you think about it, right? There are essentially 3 prongs to, let's say, YouTube's business model, right? There are, ads, and, there are then, you know, the paid subscriptions, YouTube Premium. However, the moment there's, you know, a paid subscription, you also have payment processes. So, you know, those are the companies which, you know, if the name wasn't a giveaway, process the actual payments. Now, the issue here arises is that advertisers and payment processes have some sway, right? For instance, I mean, after Musk bought Twitter and turned it into a Hitlerite hell site, as we all know, immediately afterwards, a lot of advertisers started to leave Twitter. If you open Twitter right now, you're gonna get mostly scams and crypto ads, which are fucking horrible, because they're scams. Don't lose your money. But, yeah. And the main issue is, and the biggest of the mainest issues with all of that is that payment processors are also going to leave, for similar-ish reasons. Which, on one hand, is kind of good that companies don't want to advertise next to, like, you know, Adolf Hitler. On the other side, that also means that if you are, for instance, a, adult entertainer, you also may run into very similar issues because, both advertising companies and payment contractors are kind of prudish. And that also depends on the type of stuff you're doing, you know, how, let's say, unique it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how that works fully, but I do know that, so some of those, entertainment sites, let's call them that, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, it's one of those things where I don't know how YouTube takes the stuff. Like, there are a lot of words that, like murder, which are banned in places like TikTok, so people are afraid of saying them on YouTube. That's not how it works. But I'm pretty sure YouTube specifically, like, has a very strong stance against, you know, NSFW stuff. To some degree. I don't know. Plus, I mean, I don't know, I think it's kind of entertaining to, just fucking make up, like, you know, walking around the issue words, like, you know, fuck. Adult entertainer. That's also why I have a water bucket with me. The thing is, depending on the kind of entertainments you do, you will run into the... You gotta be shitting me. You gotta be running into the slight issue that sometimes some of that stuff, no matter how innocuous it may seem to you, the prudes running the payment contractors aren't gonna be too happy. That's, See, I talk about this immediately. They send a hitman. And, I mean, really, come on, man. Yeah, but like, memes aside, it's one of those things where... Okay, I just had to go AFK for a moment, and I'm in a different part of the cave. What happened? I'm gonna fucking die here, aren't I? Fuck. Zombies don't give any rotten flesh in these versions, so... Rip. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother mining here. This is way too high up. I just load in, immediately creeper explodes in my face. Yeah, perfect. Was this? I don't even know, man. Whatever. Yeah, so what I was gonna say is, like, yeah, because they're kind of prudish or whatever. Some stuff is kind of even policed on those kinds of sites. You know, even if you basically... Even if the way you earn money is literally purely through subscriptions or whatever, right? That's still... I'm going to run. I think that's the best idea I've had so far. It's down here. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to, I'm gonna, you know, yeah, I'm gonna head back to spawn, but this has been a relatively uneventful mine, compared to how it usually is, but yeah, you can tell, like, you know, generally speaking, I mean, it's not the most amount of ores. Also, something else that's annoying is that you're faster when there's, you know, a person in the minecart. Oh my god. Imagine if I died here. So... Yeah, what I'll usually do... Did I? No, I did not put... I just didn't take any food with me. Huh. I'll usually first take the materials I want to bring back, and then, like, stone or whatever. Then the uncooked and the other stuff goes... Actually, we'll just toss it into the ovens immediately. Then over here, we get 2 more. Then the rest will just go in here. Flint I don't need, I have way too much of it. Also, yeah, string goes in here. However, cloth and chain links go in here. And arrows also go in there. Then, yeah, sand and gravel just in the same chest. And then, well, these ones are already all full. So, these go now into here. And then I just pick the minecarts up. And there we go. Alright, I'll also put the cooked stuff back into the main chest. And, oh yeah, I have another stack. I'm stupid, I have 2 stacks. And then we put this in there. And that's kind of it. That is basically... what I do here. Is it uneventful? Is it very simple? Yes. Is it completely functional? Does it work? Yes. Anyways, yeah, I know this is like a really simple video, where I did basically nothing except mine, but that's for you to understand. Also, yeah, there are, for some reason, I don't even know why I did this, there are these guys in 2 levels, but only the top one has minecarts. I don't know what I'll do for the bottom ones. Originally, I was doing it on the bottom ones, and then I realized it would be better to have the minecarts on the top ones, because the bottom ones are continuously blocked off by stuff, so... yeah. Oh, also slime. If you can see, this is a slime. There's a slime chunk. So sometimes if I go AFK unprotected, I'll just get attacked by a slime. And big slimes can do damage, and they can spawn in these tunnels, even the ones where there's a rail track. It's just that none of them are spawning now, so they can disprove me. Also, yeah. Oh, this doesn't have the brakes set properly. Wait, none of... oh, yeah, none of the side ones do. Okay, that's another thing. Yeah. Because when you add the extra speed that, the, you know, faster the more of these bring compared to last time, so they can let you run the normal carts, the issue is that then it becomes a little bit too fast for the player minecart. But yeah, this basically makes sure that the minecarts will, the cargo ones will fly off into here. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time in something else that isn't this boring and mundane. Bye-bye.